To be honest with you, I think I'm going to win it. Just being a little confident, I think I'm the best player in this league. Man, Josh Hart, man, that man full of himself, man. He always hyping his own team up, knowing good and well that Villanova ain't going no championship with him running the team. Well, personally, I think I'm better than all those guys. All those guys are good, but I think I can win it over them. Man, like I said earlier, Josh Hart is whack. Like, I'm way better than he is. Lonzo Ball's better than he is. You got Fultz. My own teammates, Monk's better than he is. Probably every single person on my team is better than Josh Hart. He's just not as good as he's hyped up to be or as much think he is. There's no way he's going to be.
What's going on, guys? We are here on Z1 for the Talk Sports, and today we're going to have a breakdown of Josh Hart versus De'Aaron Fox. Preseason interviews between these two are heated. We're going to see how this game unfolds tomorrow here on Z1 for the Talk Sports. Alright, coming up tomorrow, we have a very, very intense matchup between Kentucky and Villanova. Not necessarily just the teams, but specifically between De'Aaron Fox and Josh Hart. If anybody remembers, in the preseason interviews, Josh Hart said he was better than every player in the NCAA, and he thinks he's going to win Player of the Year. But when it got to De'Aaron Fox had some choice words to use for Villanova's Josh Hart, saying that Josh Hart is whack and he does not think he's going to win Player of the Year. De'Aaron Fox also includes that he thinks that every player on his team is better than Josh Hart. So we're going to look at the keys and components of this game. Of course, De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk's going to have to show up and play. Also, the X factors such as the big man Willis, Humphries off the bench, they're going to have to come in and play a big role against Dale Reynolds, who's been hot the last couple games. Also, Hawkins coming off the bench for Kentucky. He's going to have to come out and put up some numbers. He can't just come in and manage the game. He has to actually come in and do something. Like I said, Willis, he's been doing a great job. He's been posting up. He's been scoring. Him and Humphries have been putting on a show. This team is very, very talented. But once the starters go onto the bench has to come out, and they have to put up some points. They can't come out and get shut out and blown out by this talented Villanova team. Now we're going to take a look at Villanova and Josh Hart, as this powerful team has been on a roll recently. Josh Hart going on multiple scoring outbursts the past couple of weeks, also passing Markelle Fultz for #1 on the NCAA men's scoring list. Him and his second option, Jalen Brunson, a player who has emerged on the scene as of lately. He plays just like Josh Hart. They're able to give the ball to him and he'll create his own shot. He's very comfortable with leading a team. And in the last game, he dropped 29 points against UCLA. Josh Hart also went off for 42 that game. You also have to give it up for Dale Reynolds. He's been doing a great job. He's been a great defender, great rebounder, and he's also a third scoring option. If UCLA gets in the bind and needs to give him the ball in the post, he is more than willing to get the ball in the net. He's done a great job this season. He's been catching lobs. He's been playing defense, like I said, and he's been finishing. But these three cannot do all the work. The bench has to come out for Villanova and do just as good as the Wildcats bench, because even though the Wildcats bench is not as great, they can also cause some damage if the Villanova bench is lacking. Alright guys, that's all we have for today on Z1 for the Talk Sports. Tune in tomorrow. We have Josh Hart versus De'Aaron Fox.